I was born and raised in Houston, Texas, and I came up to Colorado for undergrad. I went to Colorado Boulder and got degrees in psychology and philosophy, and then actually went to Colorado Boulder again for law school. While I was still an undergrad, I worked in the Wellness, Health, and Relationship Functioning Lab in CU's psychology department. Specifically, we were studying the correlation between a maladaptive or even abusive relationship and the exacerbation of any pre-existing physical or emotional health issues. And unsurprisingly, we came to find that a bad relationship makes everything in your physical and emotional health worse. After I was sworn in to the Colorado bar, I started working for a boutique family law firm in Boulder about 2 months later, and I quickly found this was a perfect area of law for me because I got to provide that psychological and emotional support that I sought after in thinking I wanted to become a therapist, while also providing legal services and zealously advocating for clients in the courtroom. Something I really love doing outside of the courtroom is skydiving. I started jumping out of perfectly good airplanes right before the first semester of law school, and I've continued doing it throughout my practice, in part because I've found that there's a ton of overlap in the skills necessary to do both of these activities. For example, you have to be able to think on your feet and be dynamic in your approach to your plan and your strategy. Things change on a skydive just like they change in the courtroom, so you gotta be able to adapt in order to put your client's best argument forward in an attempt to achieve their goals. I specialize in representing survivors of domestic violence, whether that be my client or their children, and this includes all kinds of abuse, psychological, emotional, physical, and even one more nuanced form of abuse, which is parental alienation. I have a lot of experience representing families with at-risk children, children with special needs, or children who have also experienced some form of domestic violence, and I take a lot of pride in making sure that the court issues orders to protect those children. The attorney-client relationship is so much more to me than just advocating for my client in court or filing pleadings on their behalf. Because I represent victims and survivors of domestic violence and abuse, my primary goal is not only to provide legal services, but to provide a certain level of validation and emotional support to the client. In an ideal world, we're going to end proceedings with that person walking away with an empowered sense of self, ready to prosper in the next chapter of their life.